What's up, everybody? It is another great day here in Fresno, California, and I'm feeling real good. Got a lot on my plate today because many people know when it comes to your boy Frankie, I have multiple jobs. Yes, I'm a husband. Yes, I'm a father. But to maintain the household, I actually work 2 jobs outside of everything you see me doing here. So literally, I work in insurance and I work in security. But today, I'm taking a break from my insurance job, so on lunchtime, one of my favorite type of events is coming to Fresno, California. That's right, if you didn't know, your boy Frankie is a die-hard mixed martial arts fan. And Bellator MMA is coming on Friday the 13th. Don't be scared, but it's going down at the Save Mart Center. And what is really getting ready to take place at this point is I'm getting ready to go behind the scenes with some of the fighters right here. Check this out. One of the fighters that's going to be in the Bellator MMA fight this Friday night, his name is Nick Bustamante. Now, with Nick, not only is he getting a chance to showcase his talents here at the Save Mart Center and live on TV, but he also gets a chance to showcase his talents in front of the home crowd. That's right, he's here from the Valley and he's getting ready to do his thing. And right now he's working out with one of the trainers. And I was kind of tripping out, to be honest with you, because of course you see it in the ring, you see them doing their work, but in order to last in a fight, many people see, man, I'll knock that dude out if he come my way. But do you realize how hard it is, how much cardio it takes to actually go for like a 3-minute round? I mean, literally, to keep your hands up, be in a defense mode, be ready to fight. Look, I didn't know it took all that, and watching Nick working out, man, it really impressed me. So, of course, Nick was done with his workout and he was making his way around to the photographers and some of the reporters here locally. And of course, I got a chance to hang out and talk with Nick about, getting ready for the fight, what was getting ready to happen as he, prepared to enter the ring at the Save Mart Center and showcase his skills for Bellator MMA. So right now, hang tight with me as I go in and, get the 411 on what was going on with Friday's fight. So Nick, getting ready for the fight on Friday night, what can fans hope to expect from you?
They're going to see all the hard work that I've been putting into my training. They're going to see it all come out Friday night.
Now, a lot of what fans don't get to see is your preparation, your training, the fundamentals. I know you got skills, but when it comes to taking your opponent down, what is that go-to move and what are you thinking about when you're trying to get that?
Well, I don't want to give up too much of my game plan here, but I definitely might look back to my wrestling background as my go-to move, just in case I get in trouble or anything. Have to pull something out of my. I can say that. Okay. I've also been working very hard on my striking. Got a good head kick. Got a good one too. I'm going to be pulling that out tonight too. Okay. Friday night.
Okay. Now, talking to you about the hometown crowd, what does it feel like to fight here in Fresno?
It feels amazing to fight here in Fresno. I got a lot of great friends, a lot of great family. Everyone coming out to see me from high school. It's a big deal for me. And it's going to be a great show.
Okay. And then finally, with Bellator MMA, there are so many different brands in the world of MMA. What makes Bellator MMA unique, and why did you go with them?
What makes Bellator unique is they're stepping up their competition. There's world-class fighters in Bellator, and I hope to someday be a part of that world-class crowd. I'm a huge fan of Bellator. I watch them on Spike TV all the time. And I'm a big fan of everything that they do in the organization. I feel like they're very professional, and I'm very excited to fight for them.
Okay, well, we're definitely having a ball here in the gym getting ready for Friday night. And I can truly say I'm excited. I mean, to see these guys working out in the ring, perfecting their craft, getting ready to put it on display, you know, it's nothing like being able to show your skills off to the world. It's kind of like me with, you know, filming and animation. I like to put my stuff out there to let the world see what was going on. But as for another fighter, check out George Zuniga. So George, talk to us about fighting here in Central California. What does it mean to show your skills off for Bellator MMA?
It's exciting, especially to do it in front of the home crowd. That's one of the main things I'm looking forward to be able to reach my fans. Just go out there and give it everything.
Okay. Now, when you got into the sport of MMA, who were some of your inspirations? What made you want to do this for a sport?
LeVar Johnson was one of the guys who really pushed me into it.
Really?
I was one of the strength and conditioning coaches at the time. What happened is it just came off to a situation where I had opportunity to be able to train, cross open arms, and that was where I went from there.
Okay. Now, getting ready for the fight, a lot of people don't realize, just like any other sport, there are the fundamentals that you practice. We see people in the background working out.
Yeah.
But when it comes to you, what is your go-to move, and how do you work your way into getting there to take your opponent down?
It's my reactions, basically. I just take what he gives me.
Okay.
If he gives me his jaw, I'll take his jaw.
Okay.
If he gives me goes down to the ground, I'll take the ground, and I'll go where they're go hard for it too. My main thing is just bring it to him. I got cardio like no other. I know nobody can really stand with me. I know nobody can really take it on the ground and take me out like that. So I'm gonna just go out there and bring it because I know I did all the hard work already in the gym.
Okay. Now, final question. One thing about our show is we're all about motivation. What motivates you? What inspires you to keep pushing?
My family.
Okay. Family first?
Yeah.
All right.
God.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, George. Our final fighter that we're getting ready to see right here, I'm going to show you some workout footage here. His name is Chris Honeycutt. Now with Chris has bounced around the East Coast and did his thing, but now he's here in Fresno. He's made his home here and, you know, working out, getting ready for the fight as well. Although he may not have been born here, he lives here. So, you know, we're going to adopt him in, make him fam here in the 559. So check out Chris right here working out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that footage right there. Chris doing his thing, getting ready to throw down. But, you know, I'm sure he's working out. I'm sure he's feeling good, but I got to hear from the man himself. With Chris, I saw his skills out there. I mean, some of the dipping and ducking and punching, yo, that was real cool. But all that is just show for me right now. I need to get inside the man's head. I need to know what Chris is thinking for this Friday night at Bellator MMA. Hey, check this out. Chris, so we're excited for Friday night. Man, what can people expect? Clayton McFarlane, your opponent, what makes you better than him?
Well, I mean, his biggest attribute is wrestling. He's a Division II national champ. I'm a two-time All-American Division I from Edinburgh. You know, my training camp's here at the Throne Base Camp. I go head-to-head with Josh Koscheck and John Salter and other really good wrestlers and fighters that transitioned well. So, you know, I think my biggest attribute just dwarfs his biggest strength. So I'm very confident going in the fight. I don't know, I kind of want to stand and bang a little bit and work on my boxing. I've been doing my boxing a lot in the last year and a half or so. But when that bell rings, you just never know what's going to happen. I might just go right back to my dominant habits of wrestling, and you might just get to see a big slam there in the first minute or so.
Now, when approaching a match, it's pretty much like life. You just never know what's going to come at you, whether you'll get to do your main thing as far as your go-to moves, or you may have to switch up in styles. How do you prepare mentally for something like this? And when things change, is it defeating to you for your game plan? How do your coaches work with you to get you ready?
Well, I think every athlete or performer always wants to, you know, have that game plan, what's going to happen in the first 30, 40 seconds of every fight, match, or performance, or what kind. But in fighting, you know, anything can happen. You can play, I mean, I do when I go to sleep, I have 50 different situations that just go over and over my head exactly how it's going to happen, what's exactly he's going to do, what exactly I'm going to do, and how I'm going to defeat him in this way, and look forward to seeing this and that happen. But I mean, it's a fight, and from the last 5 fights that I've won, none of them go exactly the way I imagined them to.
Okay.
And, you know, you just got to adapt as the fight goes on.
Okay. Now, checking out your high school career in wrestling, a lot of that was spent undefeated. And then, of course, when you experience hard times as far as a potential loss, what did you learn most in your losses that you may not have taken from your wins?
Well, I mean, wins, I've been fortunate enough to win a lot more than lose, so I only have a few memories of losing, but the biggest thing is it's what makes me hit rock bottom, you know, and it's how long do I stay there. I usually don't stay there long. Maybe sometimes it's just an hour or two. Sometimes I think when I lost in the national finals, I was down for maybe a day, and then I was back up, you know, trying to excel my next dream, which is MMA.
Okay.
I was like, man, it was terrible losing that match, but you know, that was my last match. Now I'm an MMA fighter. I can't just be sitting down here waiting until my time passes. I gotta get up, and I gotta start becoming a student of the sport. Get on the high horse, and off to MMA I went.
All right. Now, talking about that nickname I heard about you, the cut. How important is fitness for you?
The cut. Well, I mean, I guess now I'm a little more cut up. I guess cutting weight for the weigh-ins tomorrow. The cut came about as Casey Davis, a wrestler at Edinburgh University now. He always called me the cut. The cut. It's much more appealing than having my teammates call me honey around the mall or something.
Okay.
They say honey, I'll answer to it, but you'll get some eyeballs from moms and dads or in the malls or the restaurants that we're in, because when you go honey, at the time I was 210, real big husky guy looking over, it gave the wrong impression. So that's how the cut came around. If my college wrestling coach named me the Destroyer, because I just didn't. I don't just go out there and beat people. I go out there to literally embarrass them in the wrestling aspect. So
Okay.
I got a couple of nicknames, but that's how I got the cut.
Now, talking to you about getting ready for Friday, I mean, of course you live back east, now you're out here in Fresno, California. What makes Fresno home to you? Why do you love this city so much?
Well, they're just, I mean, I came out here, I have a, you know, real close relationship with Koscheck now. We didn't really know each other too much until I moved out here, but because we have such a similar work ethic, we see eye to eye a lot. So we became good friends real fast, and you know, in the gym, just everyone in the gym. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds of members here, and they're all genuine people. So just coming in and training, you know, you make your best. Sometimes you make your best relationships by just you know, sweating and grinding with the people around you. But you know, the weather's real nice. It's sun's out all the time. I don't get that very much in Cleveland or Pennsylvania. I think they have like 2-3 feet of snow right now, and they're complaining about getting more.
Okay. And then in closing, many fighters are inspired by money, cash, family. But I know that you have a very close relationship with your father. What inspired you about him?
Well, it's a success. He's, you know, I grew up in a small suburb of Cleveland in Brook Park, you know, and not by all means I didn't have a hard bringing up at all. My parents provided for me. That I was able to do the best of the best as far as wrestling offered. My parents made sure I was, you know, going to the All-American Club with Eric Burnett, and you know, I got to go to St. Ed's. It's an all-guy Catholic school. And, you know, that's a pretty good price tag. And but he was going to night school, and he was finishing up his 14th year to get his MBA, and then we went to Boston for a few years, and he ended up quitting his job and buying his own company. So we have a family company now, and I work for Jowway Solar, which is the biggest solar power company in the world.
Wow.
And he runs, I mean, every continent, and he's moving into more to pretty much have the entire world. So, you know, just him seeing his success and his work ethic, you know, people don't just you know, stumble upon it. They definitely work. They work and work and work. Even though my working might be a little different than his, I feel like I put in just as much effort and time, and because it worked for him and it works for many other people, it should work for me as well.
So like father, like son, are you looking to own the ring this Friday night?
Yeah, definitely. I'll own the ring. I'm sure of that. I put the time in. If it was a 3-hour fight, I would have 3 hours of domination.
All right, that's what I like to hear. All right, guys. Well, I'm done filming here. I got to get up out this gym, get ready for the fight on Friday the 13th. Now, don't be scared. Don't be spooky. You know, I remember back in the day, we'd be like, step on a crack, break your mama's back. Real superstitious. Don't do it. All I'm saying is don't do it. But hey, if you like MMA fighting, Bellator is one of my favorites, and I can't wait for it to go down there. I do want to thank them for allowing us to come in, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay. Are we clear? Okay. Hey, Rochelle, can you bring me something to eat? I am starving.